Yahoo! Welcome. We are doing Math Quest 2012 Math B Chapter 8 AD Question 1 and Question 2. Well, the reason we're doing Question 1 and Question 2 together is, well, they're pretty much one question itself. So because the Question 1 state, question one is state the definite integral which will find the shaded area on each graph below, and then Question 2 is find each of the area in Question 1. So might as well do them together. Alright, let's look at the first one. We got the diagram here. That's the first one. So we know that to find the shaded area, we need to do the integration. And then, since this is definite integral, so we need to have a domain on the x. So we got, well, the domain is obviously from 0, this point here, to this point here. Right? So it's from 0 to 1. And now remember, it's always top minus the bottom function. And then integrate with respect to x, since it is x here. Alright? So we got, which one is the top? Alright, so for that particular area, for this particular area here, the y equal to x, that's the top. Alright? And for the bottom one is the y equal to x squared. So that's the bottom. Okay, then we can put it in. So 0 and 1. Top is x minus the whole thing x squared. Then integrate with respect to x. Alright, and then we expand the bracket with the negative in there, so it just becomes negative x squared dx. Alright, and then we can integrate that, and it becomes x squared over 2 minus x cubed over 3. Fairly easy on the first question. So just 0 to 1. So we sub in 0 and 1 into the x's and solve it. So it's equal to 1 squared over 2 minus 1 cubed over 3 minus 0 squared over 2 minus 0 squared cubed over 3. Alright, so this bit is gone, boom, boom. And doesn't matter how many times you square, square 1 or cube 1, it's just 1. What a character. It's just 1 over 3. Alright, 1 over 2, half minus a third. What do you get? Well, you get the common, let's do it the year 6, the primary school. Let's do it like they do, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people can make mistakes here. So let's find the common denominator, which is 6. Alright, to do that, 2 have to times 3. So what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. And to find, to make 3 into 6, you need to times 2. So whatever you do to the top, you do to, whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Okay, so that gives you 3 over 6 minus 2 over 6. Right? And answer is obvious. It's just 1 over 6. There you go. That's the area of the shaded. That's the area of the shaded region. Alright, let's go to the next one. Oh, don't forget let's circle the answer. Oh, well, no, rectangle the answer or whatever to make it obvious. Okay. Alright, let's go. Now we'll go to the next one. Alright, question B. Okay, so we're going to integrate. We're going to find this area, right? So we're going to integrate from y equal to 1 to x equal to 2. Right, these 2 points. Okay, so no biggie. So it's just from alright, so always from 1 to 2. Alright. So, and then with always top minus bottom. So the top one is, I believe would be the y equal to 2x one. This will be the top one. Right, so I think this is this particular function, and y equal to x plus 1 is the bottom one. Okay, so let's start. So top minus bottom, which is 2x minus x plus 1. It integrate with respect to x. Alright, so that would equal to, oh no, we haven't, so that would equal to integrate to 1. Now let's expand that. It would be negative x minus 1 dx. Alright, before we integrate, we can simplify the expression by a bit. So 2x minus x is just 1x. Alright, so it's x minus 1. And now we can finally do the integration. So x squared over 2, right? That would be if we integrate x. Okay, so negative 1 will become negative x. Okay, and there's 1, 2 here. So now we can solve it. So let's sub 2 and 1 in. So 2 squared over 2 minus 2 minus 1 squared over 2 minus 1. That equal 2 squared is 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. Alright, and then minus 1 squared is 1, a half minus 1. That would give you negative half, I believe. And negative is just a positive. So we get 1 over 2 as the area. And that is the answer. Okay, let's go to question 3. Oh, sorry, question C. Alright, we've got C over here. So, so which one's the top? Alright, so our region is from 0 to 1. Alright, so there would be 0 to 1. And top minus bottom. And then integrate with respect to x. Alright, so which one's the top? Obviously our parabola will be the top. And then our linear will be the bottom. Alright, easy. So top minus bottom. So there'll be parabola, which is 4 minus x squared minus 3x. Alright, so let's expand the bracket. Minus 3x. Alright, now we can integrate. 4 would be, integrate 4 would be 4x minus x cubed on 3 minus 3x squared on 2. 0 to 1. Alright, it's very straightforward. So we sub that 1 in, so 4 multiplied by 1 minus 1 cubed on 3 minus 3 multiplied by 1 square on 2 equal to, so minus 4 multiplied by 0 minus 0 cubed over 3 minus 3 multiplied by 0 square over 2. Alright, so it's got a 0 and multiply, 0 and divide, 0 and divide. Yep, so they all become 0. Boom, boom, boom. It's like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I don't know what that song is, but you know what I mean. Okay, so it's 4 times 1 is 4, minus 1 cube over 3, well 1 cube over 3 is still 1 over 3, minus 1 square, 3 times 1 square, which is 3 over 2. Alright. Now let's do it like the primary student. Alright. So let's find the lowest common denominator, which would be 6. So 4 over 1 times 6 times 6. Alright. 1 over 3 times 2 minus 3 over 2 times 3 times 3. Okay, so we get 24 over 6 minus 2 over 6 minus 9 over 6. Alright. So that will give us 24 minus 2 minus 9. That will give us 13, I believe, over 6. So that is the area of the shaded region for question C. Alright, moving on. Right, question D. Alright, so let's look at our region. Would be from -2 to 2. Alright. And which one's the top? Oh, this one. This one requires you to know a little bit about parabola. Oh, okay. So when you have a sad face, you are usually with a negative x squared. When you have a happy face, you're usually with a positive x squared. Alright, so let's look at the happy face. Happy face is on the bottom. Alright, so the sad face on top. So we go integrate from -2 to 2. And then top minus bottom. And integrate with respect to x. Alright, so that would get us. So the top one, like I said, is the sad face. And then the bottom one will be the happy face. Alright, so it's the sad face, which would be a minus x squared minus the happy face, which is x squared. Okay. Alright. Is equal to a minus x squared minus x squared. Oh, something amazing just happened. Alright, so we've got a minus x squared minus x squared. So there's two lots of minus x squared, so we can just treat it like that. Alright, and then integrate. So 8 integrate with respect to x becomes 8x minus 2x squared, x cubed over 3 from -2 to 2. Right? So let's work it out. So 8 multiplied by 2 minus 2 multiplied by 2 cubed over 3 minus 8 multiplied by -2 and then minus 2 multiplied by -2 cubed over 3. Okay. So, alright, 8 multiplied by 2 is 16, right? Minus 2 cubed would be 8, right? So 2 times 8 would be 16 over 3. Minus 2 times and 8 times -2 is -16 minus. This one will be pretty much the same. So -2 cube times 2 will give you 16 as well. But this one, we've got a negative here, and negative cube will give us -2 cube will give us -8. So -8 times 2 is -16. So it's minus 16 over 3. Okay? Alright. So, alright, let's do times 3 minus 16 over 3. The other one doesn't have to do it. We don't have to times 3 by anything because we are trying to get a common denominator of 3. Alright, so don't do anything to the 16 over 3. Alright, and then we minus -16 over 1 times 3 here. Now, negative becomes a positive. Alright, so 6 is 18 and 48 over 3 minus 16 over 3 minus 48 over 3 plus 16 over 3. Alright, that will give us, so 48 take away 16 will give you 32, I believe, over 3 minus, now this -48 plus 16 will give you -32 over 3. Alright, so now negative just become positive, so we see 32 over 3 plus 32 over 3, 64 over 3. Alright, so that's your area of the shaded region between the two graphs. Okay, let's move on. Okay, question E. Alright, so we've got two functions again. So we're looking for from 0 to root 3. Alright, so we're integrating from 0 to root 3. Alright, it's always top minus the bottom. Alright, and integrate with respect to x. So which one's our top? Looks like at this particular region here, the one that we're trying to find out, the top would be the straight line, which is y equal to 3x. Hence, the bottom would be our cubic function. Alright, so that would become top minus the bottom, so it is 3x minus x cubed, right? And then integrate with respect to x. Alright, and let's break the brackets, expand the brackets. So it's 3x minus x cubed. Integrate with respect to x. Alright, and let's do it. So 3x integrate will become 3x squared over 2 minus x to the power of 4 over 4. Right? And then we put 0 in the domain 0 to root 3. And now let's sub that in. Alright, so this is 3 multiplied by root 3 square over 2 minus root 3 to the cube. So to the fourth, to the fourth power, and then over 4 minus 3 multiplied by 0 square over 2 minus 0 to the power of 4 over 4. Alright, the 0 is boom, boom, gone. And 3 multiplied by, now square root of root 3 square is just 3. Alright, just the square root and the square cancel out. It just becomes 3 times 3 over 2 minus, now root 3 to the power of 4, that is same as 2 set of root 3 square, right? And we know root 3 square is 3. So this is pretty much just 3 times 3 as well. Over 4. Right? So that will give us 9 over 2 minus 9 over 4. Right? And let's get the common denominator. So 9 over 2 times 2 minus 9 over 4. So that gives us 18 over 4 minus 9 over 4. Then that will give us 9 over 4. And that's the area of the shaded region. Woohoo! Alright, keep going. Alright, question F. We're getting there. We're literally getting to the end. Okay, so we're going from -1 to 1. So this is our domain. So we're going from -1 to 1. Alright, it's top minus bottom. And integrate with respect to x. Okay, so that would equal to, so which is our top function? Would be the sad face, would be our negative x squared would be our top function, and then the exponential function would be our bottom function. Alright, so top minus bottom, 9 minus x squared minus ex. Alright, so let's just expand the bracket. Minus e to the power of x, integrate with respect to x. Alright, so that becomes 9 integrate with respect to x becomes 9x minus x cubed over 3 minus, now ex, when you integrate, becomes, when you differentiate ex, you get ex. So when you integrate ex, it's ex. Alright, so it's from -1 to 1. Alright, let's work it out. So that will become 9 multiplied by 1 minus 1 cubed over 3 minus e to the power of 1. Right? And then minus 9 multiplied by -1, right, minus -1 cubed over 3, and then minus e to the power of -1. Right. So 9 multiplied by 1 is 9 multiplied by 1 is 9. Whew. 1 cube is still 1, so minus 1 over 3 minus e to the power of 1 is just e, right? Okay, so the other one with the other side is 9 times -1 is -9 minus, now -1 cube is -1 over 3. So this would become negative becomes positive later on. So that what I just write it right now. Negative become positive. Okay, and e to the -1 is just 1 over e. Okay. Okay, so and then we've got 9 minus -9, which will give us, it's just 9 plus 9 will give us 18. All right, and then negative a third minus a positive minus positive becomes minus. So negative a third minus another minus another 1/3 will give you negative 2/3. All right, and minus e minus 1 over e, so it will be negative e plus 1 over e. All right, so I'll just leave the e alone. I'm not gonna, e is Euler's number, so it's 2.718 blah 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 blah, so I'll just leave it like that. So 18 minus 2/3 will give you 17 1/3 minus e plus 1 over e, and that should be your area under the curve. Yes, of the shaded region. Yep. Okay, moving on. All right, second last question. Ooh, getting there. All right, question G. All right, so we know, we are looking for from, I believe it's from 0, so from 1 to 2, right? So it's from 1 to 2, these two regions. Okay, so we integrate from 1 to 2, and then remember it's always top minus bottom, and integrate with respect to x. All right, that will give us, let's see which one's on the top. Well, the y equal to x seems to be on the top, and then y equal to negative x is equal to on the bottom. All right, easy. So it's just x minus negative e to the power of x, and then integrate with respect to x, and that is just become x. Negative becomes positive plus ex. All right, and then let's do it. Let's integrate them. So x, when you integrate x with respect to x, you get x squared over 2 plus, okay, we already did integrating ex before, so it's just ex. All right, so it's 1 2 here, and let's sub them in. So it becomes 2 squared over 2 plus e to the power of 2 minus 1 squared over 2 plus e to the power of 1. Okay. All right. So that gives us, to the power of 2 is 4, 4 to the power of 2 is 2, plus e to the power of 2 minus 1 to the power of 2 is still 1, 1 over 2, plus e, just e himself. All right. So that's equal to 2 minus a half gives you 1/2, right? And plus is e to e squared plus minus e. All right, I'm not going to write it out. So that would be your answer, right, of the area under the shade, and the area of the shaded region. All right, remember e is a number. I'm just not writing out because I don't want to write decimals. All right, the e is a unit, is units number, is 2.718 blah 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 blah. Okay. All right, finally, last question. All right, question H. All right, so let's see our region. Our domain will be from -1 to 1. All right, so it's from -1 to 1. So it's always top minus bottom, integrate with respect to x. So it's equal to, let's see which one's on top. Oh, looks like the y equal to -4 is on top. And our happy face parabola is on the bottom. Alright, so it's -4 minus x squared minus 5. And integrate with respect to x. Alright, so -4, expand the bracket, so it's minus x squared plus 5. And integrate with respect to x. Alright, so let's do some cleaning inside there first. So -4 plus 5 is +1 plus, oh no, it's +1 minus x squared dx. Alright, and let's just integrate. Integrate 1 with respect to x, become x minus x cubed over 3. And then from -1 to 1. Alright, let's have the values in. So become 1 minus +1 cubed over 3 minus -1 minus -1 cubed over 3. Alright, so 1 minus 1 cubed is still 1, so it's 1 over 3 equal to minus -1. -1 cubed is -1. Alright, and negative become positive, so this become positive. Alright, so 1 minus 1/3 now. I hope I don't have to do the primary way for this one. I hope you know this is 2 over 3. Come on, because 1 is 3 over 3. Please, I hope you know that. Okay, -1 plus that is, do you need to do the primary way? Do you? No, I hope you don't. It's -2 over 3. Alright, so that is, so that minus has become positive. So just 2 over 3 plus 2 over 3 equal 4 over 3. And that is the area of the shaded region. Whew. Alright, nearly 30 minutes for just question 1 and 2. Alright, and just like usual, let's go into a commercial break. Is that what I said last time? Yes, commercial break. And then we come back with question 3.